Berserk chapters 187 to 190. To say that they are heartbreaking would be an understatement. There's a lot going on in those chapters, most notable amongst them being Guts' inner monologue. Post-conviction arc, and after 2 years of escapism, he's finally brought Casca along for the journey to Elfhelm. It's a journey that's tied by a single thread, a single ray of hope that Casca might recover. But unlike the past 2 years, as demonstrated by the Black Swordsman, Lost Children, and Conviction arcs, this time Guts is not alone. One of the most iconic lines that Guts says during this time is, "Have I ever before wielded a sword so heavy?" Another difference this time as compared to the previous 3 arcs is that Guts' inner beast of darkness is more unhinged than before. While previously Guts was able to quell the beast by slaying apostles left and right and not give it a second thought, but this time, his inner beast of darkness tries to persuade him towards Casca. It wants him to consume Casca the way Griffith did. The ultimate goal of the inner beast of darkness is to stop Guts from thinking, to stop caring, to become another Griffith. The events in the Black Swordsman arc showed that Guts tried to act like Griffith, which he eventually stopped doing during the Lost Children arc, and eventually the Conviction arc. The persuasion of the inner beast continues and culminates in a harrowing scene, which I feel cemented the fact that Guts is not a hero, but rather a broken man, who is trying to cope with the pain and trauma that he endured at the hands of Griffith in one form or another. It is a fact that came up again and again during the Falcon of the Millennium Empire arc, but that's a different discussion. What I want to focus on are these 3 chapters for now. Fair warning, I'm not trying to defend Guts in whatever he did. That being said, I believe that discussing this aspect of Guts is essential for us to understand the evolution that Guts goes throughout the series. The thing that stands out most for me in this scene is Guts' reaction to the situation after the fact. Guts pulls away once his eyes open up to what he's done. He realizes that what he's done is miles away from something good. Call it fatigue, call it anger, call it hopelessness, call it whatever you want. It doesn't change the fact that in a moment of weakness, Guts embodied Femto and made that same face he made when he had his opportunity. I don't want to show the faces of both the characters for obvious reasons, but I think that searching around you'd find plenty of Reddit posts on the scene with the faces. Simply put, Guts did everything wrong in that particular moment. While he couldn't erase the trauma that Casca had felt at his hands, we never got to see him do something like that again as well, which shows us that unlike Griffith, Guts understood the situation that he'd put himself in, and Guts, unlike Griffith, had some semblance of humanity left in him at that particular moment. It is this thing that differentiates the two and their actions. It was a moment of evolution for him, similar to the evolution that he'd experienced jumping from the Black Swordsman arc till the Conviction arc. It was a moment to better himself in some way and understand in one form or another to stop the beast from taking over once again. Of course, this too came with fits and starts, and Guts, even to this day, isn't able to fully control the rage dwelling inside of him. Another important thing that Guts did to try to stop the beast from taking over was to readily allow Farnese, Serpico, and Isidro to tag along with him and Puck on his journey to Elfhelm. This ultimately distances Guts from Casca, thus reducing the chances of him succumbing to the beast once again. Again, I'm not trying to defend Guts for doing such a thing, but I feel that the many precautions that Guts took afterwards really showed us that he was a man who, in that moment, realized that he wanted to be better than the person who traumatized him. He wanted to be a better man. He wanted to be a better human being. Puck notices this change fairly quickly. He sees that Guts was not his usual self. If he was, he wouldn't have allowed anyone to accompany him. Over the course of the Millennium Falcon arc and Fantasia, Guts atones for his crimes by being completely invested in making sure that Casca was able to recover, a goal that he was successfully able to accomplish. All in all, while his actions at that moment were far from being noble, the fact that he went through so much for Casca in the chapters and volumes that followed shows us the evolution of Guts as a character. Thanks for watching.